everybody, and welcome to the Table Team, and welcome to your weekly FPL show with Russell. How are we doing, Russell?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think it's good. I was enjoying that intro. Yeah. Is it new music? I don't know if I heard that.
It's somewhat similar.
Okay, yeah. I was just like listening to the music on it. Yeah, I think it's good. Reality, fantasy. So yeah, this is my theory. Things I can control, I do pretty well in. Things I can't control, Leeds, slap of the gods.
We are relying on others now, aren't we? Let's be honest.
I've been relying on others since December.
Yeah.
I was just ahead of the curve and mentally, people, you shouldn't say that. Yeah, no, I've been thinking this for years, months. So there's nothing happening which I wasn't expecting. But like I say, we can delve into that maybe later. Today it's about the fantasy.
Yep. And Amani straight in there. About time did you sleep in? I think we were about 20 seconds late, Amani.
That's some serious timekeeping.
Inky, hiya mate. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Inky. Mate. Hello, Harmony, of course, as always. And hello, everyone else that's watching. Yes.
Yeah, hello, Amani. Love. Hope you're doing well, my lovely. Inky, my friend. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. Right, mate. So, like I says, I didn't. Right, what I've done is I've uploaded the teams from 20th to 1st. So on my screen, I'm seeing the person who's in 20th. And boy, oh boy, it's made me laugh. It's really made me laugh.
I haven't looked. So, do you know any of the tables then?
No. I only know the one who's in 20th.
Okay.
Tom. I only know Tom's.
Okay. That's fair enough. So you're going a bit behind.
It half made me laugh. Wait till you see it.
Okay.
When I did get it, hang on a minute. I was 2 minutes and 43 seconds late.
There you go.
That's a record for me, isn't it?
You've been told how we were. Well, let me just like the video because I always like it when I can see the screen. Well, I'll be honest with you, Harmony. We were gossiping a bit in the background, weren't we? I think we were just talking quickly before we came on. So, you can put us on the naughty step at the end of the stream.
Yes, you can as well. Anyway, right. Do you want me to show you why I'm well laughing? Let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty-gritty here, looking at how we did it tables. So here we go. Right, share screen. Make sure I do it right this time. Now look at this. Right. This is Tom's side. Triple captain played.
Oh, good man. Oh, you got Harmony.
I went further down. 74 points.
Pretty good.
Right, but then I went quickly through team. Then I want to show you something. He had Pope in net with 2, Scar with 0, Trippier with 1, Ben White with 6, Gakpo with 10, Odegaard with 10, March with 5, Saka with 0, Odegaard with his captain 36. Haaland with his captain with 36. Tony with 2, Kane with 2, and on a bench it was Steele 0, Buano 1. Almaty 0, Rashford 0. Now, really good score in it. Really, really good score.
Yeah, 74 is good.
He made 7 transfers at minus 20 points.
Love it. I love it. But what I like about it is, again, he will be completely learning. Triple captain. He actually got his triple captain. Good choice. But obviously, you normally use your triple captain in a double game week. Yeah. So, but at least he's learning. I mean, I only just made minus 20. But his actual overall rank is 880,000, which is pretty good. So 54 points. But again, this is good for him. I mean, one thing I will say, Tom, is when you do it next season, don't do that. But for this season, go for broke. Enjoy yourself.
Well, next season, before season even starts, I want me and you to do like whether it's live or whether it's recorded. On best time we use the chips. So to explain to everybody.
Maybe we could also ask people in the chat if there's any videos, any ideas of videos they think would be good. It's not just us guys dictating what goes on. We can do topics on what other people want to know, or when there's like trends each week, there's like hot topics or whatever. We can figure it out as we go, can't we? But yeah, if other people want us to do videos, you can do that.
Brilliant. So that was Tom's, but he's doing well. I mean, 74 points. Forget the transfers for a minute. But 74 points, it's pretty good scoring, and he got his triple captain right. Just a shame it wasn't on the double game week.
Yeah, and he had -20. What he should have done, if he was going to use that triple captain, I'd have used it. Man City doubled soon, don't they?
That game week 35 or 37.
I think it's 34. Might be 34. They
34.
double. Yeah, I'd have probably held Haaland to they're just triple captain. But again, who cares? Tom's doing it for a bit of fun. He's new to the league. He's just getting used to things. So this is all he will be learning without knowing he's learning.
Yeah, we're learning as it goes, like I have.
Yeah. I still want to, like I say, if you can catch up with the guy at the bottom, even though he's not really playing now, that'd be good. That'd be a hell of an achievement.
So that's Tom's score. Now, as you said, I think this is I think I've done it right. Yeah. So this is Gruffalo's short score, who don't really do it anymore.
No, he's made no transfers for ages. If you go on his transfers, the screen's just blank.
Yeah.
So he's just literally just treading water.
So anyways, on 40 points, Lloris with 2, Young with 6, Van Dijk with 4, Shaw with 0, Fabinho 1, Gallagher 8, Foden 0, Zaha 0, Jesus 7, Haaland 12, Havertz 0, and then on bench he had Ramsdale with 1, Coutinho with 0, Cancelo and Thiago Silva with 0.
Yeah, like I say, we won't go into his mate because he's not even playing. So 40 points is probably the best thing just to say. So
good afternoon, Avinda. Hope you're doing well, mate.
How does my dust taste, Avinda?
Yeah, you're doing all right. Hello, Avinda. And then Amani says, I looked. Daft Hound. I did not join, but I put in my team name and found out that there was another 4 called Stockholm Starlet from Sweden. Obviously the Gurdon's fans.
I think, Harmony, you should name your team next year Stockholm Syndrome. Because we're all like hostages.
Syndrome.
Yeah, we're like hostages to Harmony, aren't we, dear? Call your team the Stockholm Syndrome.
Thanks. I think they're saying thanks to you. Freaked me out that my team was on the list. Scary stuff. So who's Daft Hound then? Is that what's Daft Hound, Russell?
I don't know.
Another team?
I don't know. I looked at Draft Hound. I don't know what that is. So
that must be a name of another YouTube channel or maybe a league.
I don't know. I'm not sure. She's telling us stuff I'm not sure about. But because I don't know if that's her name or so, but yeah, change your name to Stockholm Syndrome. I think that'd be a good name for you, Harmony.
Freaked me out that my team was on a list. Scary stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know what that means. What's it? Can they get your information? Is it that bit? I don't know. Well, I'm not really that sure what she's talking about in that sense.
I've never heard of Daft Hound, Amani. I'm daft.
Oh, they must have access to the data. I don't know. I don't know who they are. I've never heard of them. It sounds Draft Hound sounds like a beer. Can I have a pint of draft?
It must be a fantasy thing.
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
So now we're on vibes, aren't we? We're on vibes now. We looked at Gruffalo's, now we're on vibes.
Yeah, like I say, he transferred last week, game 27, so semi-engaged, but doesn't really seem to be engaged anymore.
We got 47 points. Ramsdale, we won. Me, we won. Van Dijk with 2. Trippier, we won. Scar with 0. Billy with 2. Martinelli 5. Trossard 1. De Bruyne 8. Ivan Toney 2. captain Haaland 24.
Yeah.
And on the bench, Pope with 2, Martinez with 0, Rashford with 0, Moore with 0.
Nice bench. That's what we want to see. A big load of fat zeros on the bench is always nice. I love how you say Shah. You call him Scar.
Scar, whatever his name is.
Scott.
In from Newcastle.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that team's got a few scar tissues. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I tell you something. All that Billings surprising me this season at Bournemouth.
Yeah, he's done really well recently. And hey, do you know what I was thinking? Do you remember when Lee mentioned Eze?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. And how well's he done in the last 2 games?
Well, at least put Eze in his team this week.
Yeah, I know, but he should have. If he'd have put him in his team when he said it, he would have hit a player bang on foot, like in a rich vein. Literally, he would have timed it perfectly. Sometimes that's how I play like that. I go off my instinct. And I was thinking of Eze when he said it, but I didn't because I had other things. But Lee should have just got his instinct is such an important thing, I think. Just go off your instinct. We'll talk about when Lee was talking about when you said Eze and you didn't sign him, and then he's gone on to get. What did he get in the Leeds game? He got his assists, a couple of assists or goals. He's got 2 goals against Southampton. You'd be cleaning up on Eze because he mentioned it before everyone started looking at Palace players.
He did, but the Lee you see with Lee, his life is live off instinct.
Yeah, it's a good way to
make sense, and it works for him. It works for him. It's got him by so this far, and it's pretty good stuff.
Jeez, I was just looking at talking about Leeds. I was just looking at Crystal Palace, right? From game week 19 all the way up to game week 28, they didn't win 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just bounced off 3 in a row. They're virtually safe. That shows you, doesn't it? You just get a couple of wins and you're virtually done.
Well, all that team needed was Roy Hodgson.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, but
that's
what
all it needed. Honestly, you could have put in Pep Guardiola, and I don't think he would have got the results like Roy Hodgson's got at Palace. Yeah, I really don't.
What he did though, he just kept it simple. He would play his best players, and Eze was one of them. But he's put Eze in kind of a midfield role. 4-3-3. Nice and simple.
And he gives them, all the encouragement they need.
Yeah. Quite annoying, really.
He is like the grandfather of Crystal Palace, isn't
he? Well, he's annoying because obviously it was someone we didn't want to do well. But in fantasy football terms, they're a hot topic right now. But Lee, if you'd have just gone with your instincts on that, you'd have done well on him.
I just got above average, lots of greens, which surprised me quite a bit. Well, we'll get on to your team in a minute, Amani. So that was vibes this team.
But they just want any vibes from him.
Yeah, the next one on the list is No Name, which is Ismail's. 51 points he got. Men no transfers. Edison with 3.
He's another one that's not playing but actually doing all right, weirdly.
Yeah, Edison with 3, Webster 2, Dunk 2, Trippier 1, Young 6, Almiron 1, Saka 0, Trossard 1, Kevin De Bruyne with his captain 16, Jesus 7, Haaland 12. And on a bench he had Ward with 0, Saliba 0, Mitrovic 0, Rodrigo 2.
Cool. So we don't need to talk about him. He's not playing, so
that's fair enough. So we'll move on to the next team, which is Nurse. I don't think Nurse has done out for quite a few weeks, has she? 52 points in total. Hope with 2, Scar with 0, Totti with 6, Trippier with 1, Saka 0, De Silva 2, Odegaard 10, Fernandes 3, Kane 2, Haaland 2, Kane 2, Tony 2, Haaland, vice captain 24. Her captain was who were a captain? Rashford. So that means that she got full points from Haaland, then didn't she?
Yeah.
Rashford didn't play.
Yeah, for someone who's not playing, pretty good score.
Sakic 0, Vestergaard 0, Rashford 0, Saliba 0. So that's what you call working out for you by picking a captain who it's the first time I've ever seen that, a captain who hasn't been played this season since we've been doing it.
Yeah. I mean, the next one, didn't get the captain right.
Yeah, so let's so well done, Nurse. Next team is Planet 24, 57 points. Rodak with 0, Mings with 6, Dyer with 1, Delot 14, Andreas 2, Almiron 1, Vice Captain Salah 0, 14, Captain Saka 0, ouch. Jesus 7, Mitrovic isn't even playing and is injured. He's suspended. Haaland 12, and on the bench it were Henderson with 2, Cancelo 0, Saliba 0, Rashford 0.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, he had a lot, which is quite funny.
Yeah, it's brilliant, that, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's hilarious. He's got a lot.
So that's Planet 24's team looked at. The next one we need to look at team pool, 61 points this week. Alisson with 2, Trippier 1, Alexander-Arnold 9, Kilman 6, March 5, Mo Salah captain 28, De Silva 2, Mateus 3, Trossard 1, Tony 2, Kane 2. Is this the first time Haaland's been outscored as a captain?
I don't know. He got 12 points, didn't he? Salah
so that would have been 24, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Salah got 14.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. Henderson on the bench Tony with 2 and Kane with 2. We were vice captain. Henderson with 0, Lamptey with 0, Ailing with 0, Johnson with 2.
Lamptey is
so catch up with some of these now. My team was exact, that's why I didn't join. I got just above average and lots of green arrows, which surprised me quite a bit too. Right. I got in as a for McAllister on my free transfer. Then to make sure of a lead to win, I took a -4 and sold Rodrigo a week earlier for Burndia. Didn't need to. Just thought I would have a punt.
And then
she says, thank you for the tip, Lily. He went up 0.41 overnight. So pleased about getting him early. Going early on him. Nope, I had Saka and he got 34 to Haaland's 12 a few game weeks back. That's fair enough. Thanks for letting me know, Manny love. So who's next? Let's have a look. Ironworks, Happy Amaret. I don't think she meant to transfer, so she's engaging.
Oh, she is engaged. All right.
Yeah, she got meant to transfers. Ramsdale we won, Bueno we won, Trippier we won, me we won, Matoma we 2, we were a vice captain. Murphy we won, Grealish 7, Saka 0, Tony 2, Haaland 12, Captain Kane 4.
Yeah, a bit of an odd. I mean, she's engaged, but just a bad week, isn't it? I mean, the defence, she got 4 points out of the defence. Kane captain, that was interesting, rather than Haaland. And she had Saka. I mean, at least she's trying, but just a poor week. It was just a bad week, weren't it?
What a bad week. What a bad week all round for Arsenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame, really, because Happy was quite in the comments. I remember at the start, and she was a bit of banter with me. But what happens is, it's a long season, and you've got to be kind of into it like we are. And then obviously once the reality kicks in that I'm actually quite good at it, people kind of give up, if you see what I'm saying, when they realise I ain't going to get there, Russell. Sadly, that's what's happening, isn't it? So.
Yeah, Russell. Tony with 2. I said all them, didn't I? And then on bench, she had Alisson with 2, Saliba 0, Almiron 1, Emerson Royale 0. But well done, Amani. I'm happy for being engaged, love. Keep it up. Next on the list is our very finest Stockholm style Starlet.
Stockholm Syndrome.
57 points this week.
Yeah.
2 points above average, which is good. 1 transfer. Pope with 2. Trippier with 1. Estepurian 2. Me 1. Saka 0, who were a vice captain. Salah 14. Rodrigo 2. Mitoma 2. Haaland 24. Isaac 2. Jesus 7. On a bench, it were Rayo with 5. McAllister 2. Zinchenko 0. Soufal 1.
See, I remember when we did our deadline stream that Harmony was saying about Saka as captain. Now, Harmony has this thing with me where obviously I try and throw people off, blah blah. But I do think we could probably go back and watch it at some point. I persuaded her to go off Saka. I said I would not do Saka. Go to Haaland. Do not go against Haaland. I saved you. What's that? 12 points. Saved her 12
24
points.
Really, because you.
Well, they should have still got she'd have still got the Haaland points, would he? So that'd be 12.
Yeah, 12 points. Yeah.
See, that's what I mean, Harmony. I'm all about giving. You've got to stop seeing him as the enemy. I am not the enemy. I am the ally. I said, do not do Saka as captain. What happened? You could have ended up with 0 Saka captain. So you owe me 12 points.
And if you could find a way of taking him, Russell, you would, wouldn't you?
Of course. Put me into my one. But she is closing in. What's the target I gave her? It was it's up to Liam. So look at her. She's on target. She's clawed a few back and a few above her.
Well done, Amani, love. Well done. 57 points.
It's the defence in it that's hurt her. And Rodrigo, it's like Matoma was frustrated. Rodrigo, yeah, the defence hurt her. So,
well, what did I say? I said I don't know if you watched and I don't know if I said this to you, Russell. I said before that Liverpool game, do not expect Rodrigo to come back in and be in the same form as what he was before he got injured.
I wanted Rodrigo to start though. Well, ironically, Bamford was injured, weren't he? So he was always going to start. We didn't realise Bamford was injured.
Anyway, let's get back to fantasy. We'll talk about Leeds later. But Russell, Russell, you begged me to go for Saka. You said it was a fantastic idea. I also said Salah.
Please. We're just going to have to rewatch it, aren't we? We're just going to have to rewatch it. The evidence is in the stream. So go into the stream where you can find it.
How are you, Lee?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Ooh, anyway. What are you like? What did you say then?
You good, Lee?
Yeah.
Good man. So well done, Amani. But yeah, look, look. I'm going to go back to that, and for next week's show, I'll clip it up.
Yeah, find it. Yeah,
I'll find it. Right, next. Stand on a minute. Where am I? Right, next team, Russell, is
Tilly.
Tilly, here we go. 78 points.
Yeah.
Wow, 5 transfers, minus 16.
What I'm surprised with, I didn't realise, I love the fact that these managers are engaged, but I didn't realise so many people in our league took huge chances. Like a lot of minuses kicking around.
So let's see what he picked. He went 2 points for Pickford, 6 for White, 1 for Botman, 6 for Mings. Then he had 14 for Salah, 0 for Saka, 2 for Maddison, 5 for March, Watkins 16, Kane 2, Haaland 24 with captain. Ward 0, Murphy 1, Wan-Bissaka 6, Castagna 1. I want to know what transfers he made.
Have a look. Just click on it. So look what he did.
Right, he he took Leno out and brought Ward in.
Which is odd because Ward isn't playing, is he?
Then he took Scar out to bring Botman in.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Tony out for Haaland.
Yeah.
Rashford out for Murphy.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Martinez for Castagna.
Yeah, that makes sense because he was injured.
Me for Martinez.
No, that's the week before.
Right. So we made right. That's why he made so many subs then, wasn't it?
Yeah. But this is see, sometimes, I mean, he's took a risk, right? But he's actually got 62 points and his overall rank 475,000. So just show actually he's taken a lot of hits, but his rank's he's done actually all right. He's got 62 points. Sometimes it's he who dares wins. And I don't think I'd have the balls to do that. At least he's playing.
He used to have the balls to do it, but after watching Leeds, I'm not so sure anymore. But
no, I wouldn't. But no, like I say, he's in a good battle with Stocko syndrome. So
he will have done them to get money for Haaland, I think.
Not sure. Oh, like I said, we've seen two people take huge transfer hits. We know why the bottom guy is. So yeah.
So well done, Tilly. Next one on the list, the Doctor Bowen and Menace. One transfer this week, 50 game points.
Lisa's engaged. That's good.
Edison with 3, Tadowski 1, Trippier 1, Scar 0, Matoma 2, Odegaard vice captain 10, Martinelli 5, Saka 0, Matoma 2, Kane 2, Captain Haaland 24.
Mbommo, not Matoma, Mbommo.
Mbommo, that's who I meant.
Yeah.
Him and all.
Yeah, exactly.
Pickford 2, Castagna 1, Mikalenko 0, and Almiron 1. Almiron's a bit of a bad form at the moment, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been injured. So, I mean, he is coming back, so he's an option coming back, ready for the double. I mean, what I find crazy about his team is I was worried about having 2 Brighton, 2 Arsenal. He's got 3 Arsenal midfielders. He's just gone, yeah, I'm having them all. I'm having everything.
I've had to take a -4 hit because I had to make 2. I had 2 players. I have 5 players who won't play. I've put my 3 Brighton boys on the bench, and I had to make use one of my transfers on one, and I took a 4-point hit to bring in another transfer.
Well, that's tradition. That is tradition. I expect nothing less, Stu.
Yeah, I know. But I thought I did pretty well because I was going to make another transfer.
But you still might make it. If I know you, you'll probably go -8.
No, I'm sticking with what I've done. I'm happy with what I've done. I'm not expecting miracles this coming game week. I'm really not.
Yeah.
Right. So well done, the Doctor Bowen the Menace.
Yep. And thank you for still being engaged and playing. We like that. At least you're still playing.
Lee, your turn, mate.
Oh, is it? Is it Lee? I thought it was Liam. Oh, it is.
No.
Oh no! Come on, Lee. Take your medicine.
45 points. Bale give me 5. Bambi give me 1. Trippier give me 1. Gabriel give me 1. Matoma give me 2. Matt Marsh give me 5. McAllister give me 2. Saka give me 0. Haaland give me 24. Tony give me 2. And Kane give me 2.
Ivor
give me 1. Gappo give me 10. Warburton give me 0. Steve give me 0.
So, Lee, let's start the interrogation. first thing I'm really intrigued with your team. 3 Brighton midfielders. Talk to me.
I don't know why. I don't know why I picked three Bayern players. I'm gonna lie.
Did you think that they were going to do really well against Chelsea?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, they did come close, didn't they? If you actually I watched that game and I was frustrated, but at least you got the March points. What did I keep telling you about Marsh? Marsh comes through more than the others, but everyone prefers Matoma McAllister. So, yeah, I think they got lucky points with the Brighton ones because I think could have easily got something from everyone. And you know, let's talk about. Actually, there's 2 things: the points from your defence.
Yeah.
3 points. 3 points from the 3 defenders. and the biggest one. What's the biggest thing, Lee? What's the thing you think which stands out the biggest to me right now?
Gakpo.
Yeah, Gakpo. What made you put Gakpo on the bench?
Oh, I don't know.
Could have had
The choice
Eze.
between Gakpo and Saka, won it?
Yeah.
You got lucky with Saka because he missed the penalty, didn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just unfortunate. I mean, to have Saka on 0, and then in fact you've got Gakpo, who is he a forward in this or a midfielder?
Forward, no midfielder.
Is he a midfielder? I thought it was a forward.
Yeah, no, it's a midfielder.
Yeah, to have one midfielder on your first bench outscore your whole midfield,
Yep.
That hurts. Yeah, that hurts. But it's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what are you thinking? Are you happy overall, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That's good. That's the main thing. Are you happy with your team going forward?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Stu, what do you think?
Man, a few words. Very talented.
No, but he will be thinking about it. And as we're streaming, I expect to see the light flash against his face from the screen. He's probably starting his next week's transfers already. He's already probably planning. He's already planning as we're talking.
Right, so well done, Lee. Right, next one on list is Liam. To say he didn't do it. To say he pretty much rushed his team. He made 1 transfer, got 58 points.
Yeah, did well.
Chipper with 6. Gabriel 1, Trippier 1, Esteparian 2, De Bruyne 10, Saka 0, Mitoma 2, Odegaard 10, Haaland 24, Isaac 2, Kane 2. On the bench he had Ward 0, Almiron 1, Tanganga 0, and Lewis 0.
That's a lovely looking bench.
Tanganga is now going to be involved because they lost. Tottenham lost Langley against Bournemouth.
Yeah, and, I thought he was a central defender, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, Sanchez come on. The really short of centre backs. Sanchez come on. He lasted 20 minutes and got booed off. So the only other defender they've got who's fit is Tanganga.
What went there? He got subbed back off.
Yep, he lasted 20 minutes.
That's
It
crazy.
was poor.
Yeah,
that was really poor.
I was watching that game and I was just like, I can't believe Bournemouth are winning this because
Bournemouth are a good side, mate. Anyone who thinks that we're going to walk that turn up at Bournemouth and get a result.
I don't think we will. No, I don't think we will.
Can think again, seriously.
But Harry Kane's a frustrating one there. 2 points. Bournemouth at home. I was expecting a lot more.
And Kepa as well. I mean, I think that's his best overall. He's 6 in a long time.
Yeah, he hadn't done much recently, so yeah. Good score, actually. Solid. Not spectacular, but I think it stops his rot because he was on a bit of a downward spiral, wasn't he?
Yeah, have you seen this? Did you realise that game week 22 deadline's Friday night? I did at 6:30, but then game week 23 deadline is Tuesday night. And then that game week ends on Thursday. Game week deadline for 34 is Saturday morning.
Do you know what we're gonna have to do, you have to do deadline stream Friday. We'll have to do a review on Monday, deadline stream on Tuesday, do a review on Friday, deadline stream Saturday, back to normal.
Yeah. Happy days.
That's it. Have to do it.
Happy days. So, but do you know what got me about Liam's team? I'm going to say something. It's gone now. Yeah, I said it about Kepa, didn't I?
Yeah.
But it's Trippier's been a bit. I'm just going to take a look at his points. Since game week 29, he's picked up 2 against West Ham, 2 against Brentford, 1 against Villa.
The problem with Trippier is he's tripping over the points right now.
He's struggling a bit, isn't he?
Yeah. But we can't expect someone to be a cash cow constantly, can we? In defence. You know, I was really late to that party, so, you know, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon because he kept punishing me. So, yeah, I mean, to own him, you don't really gain much from him because everyone seems to own him. So, if he doesn't do well, it doesn't really, you know, if he does well, it doesn't affect you too much. If he does well, it doesn't really affect you too much because everyone eventually has him anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So, well done, Liam. I know he'll be watching this, so when he come home, he watches it when he comes back. So, well done, Liam.
He needs to come back at some point.
Right, I had a disaster.
This is our little triple league of the Stathams are in their own little mini league.
Yeah, I had a disaster. I'm still leading Statham way, and rightly so.
Are you going to win the Jason Statham Cup?
Well, I might have to buy myself a donkey's ass trophy. I might to cheer me up a bit.
Yeah, you have to crank it up like a Jason Statham.
Yeah, low voltage.
You should have called one of your kids Jason.
No, it's bad enough having a distant one in family. Final points 52 -4 because I made 2 transfers. So my official points are 48.
Okay.
Game week rank of 6,886,000. I think that's how many roughly you're still playing it now, isn't it?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know what the numbers are.
So anyway, Raya with 5, Chipper with 1, Estepurian with 2, White with 6. I had a pretty good overall, decent defensive record, week, considering what the others have been getting like 1s and 2s. But it went badly wrong. Saka with 0, Matoma with 2, Martinelli with 5, Bruno Fernandes, baby Fernandes 3. He's gone now. I've got rid of him. Kane with 2, Harlow with 24, who will be captain, and Tony with 2. And then my bench, Ward with 0, Marsh with 5, Pinnock with 1, and Botman with 1. So I didn't really lose that many on bench neither, really.
Talk to me about Kane, Fernandes, Marsh. No, Saka, Fernandes, Marsh.
Fernandes, I wanted to get rid of him.
Did you watch that game? Did you watch the game?
Which one?
Forest, Man United.
I watched some of it, but I was busy. But Fernandes free. Tell me that he deserved free.
No, he like hit the bar, didn't he? He had like so many. He was good. He was really, really good. He should have hauled a bar. I mean, it's great for me because I didn't own him, but he should have got a lot more points.
Fair enough. That's all right. I mean, but it's done anyway, so I don't need to talk about him. But I do have to talk about Kane and Tony because they're still in my side going into game week 32. Kane. Tottenham aren't doing an awful lot, Alec, at this moment in time. They're really not. To be honest, they're struggling, and they might be lucky to finish 7th come end of season. Never mind into Champions League. Really disappointed with Kane. Tony, Again, 2 points. Tony is. I can't complain. He's won me loads of points previously, but it was a bad week. It was a bad week for him. It was a bad week.
Yeah, I mean, you basically played with 10 players with Saka.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he missed penalty, didn't he?
Yeah. At least you got Kate. At least you got the captain, right?
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
Because I was on about changing my captain that week, remember?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
glad I didn't.
Just one of those weeks, maybe. What, you get 48, so... where are you? Stu or 5 at 2-8. Yeah. Well, I think it's a bit of karma, Stu, for saying you'd catch me. You think you could catch me when you're 40 points behind? The fantasy gods have decided to bring out the talcum powder for such blasphemy comments.
Right, Amani says the TDT Cup begins on game week 34 for some, but mostly game week 35 for everyone.
Oh, I didn't realise you had one.
I have brought 2 beautiful trophies and they have been engraved on Friday. Hope to collect them next week and get them sent to you once I have them. Thank you, Amani.
What's that for? Is it this league?
TDP league.
Oh, okay. How come Harmony's getting? I thought you were doing all that.
No, this is for the cup. The TDT Cup.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, I didn't realise we're doing one for that.
Yeah, thank you. Well, neither did I, but Harmony's kindly donated the trophies to us.
Oh, very nice, you, Harmony. Very.
I didn't know until I read it just then.
Yeah, well, in the cup, anyone could win that. That doesn't come down to over a long period. That comes down to one-off games. So yeah, anyone can win that. That could be really true. I hope the person who wins it isn't the person who's not playing it anymore. You know what I mean? We'll probably get one of those people that just kept the team as they is and they win it. It's like, wait, they're not even playing.
They are pure glass, stunning.
So they're made from Bamford's legs. Oh, no.
It's looking over now, can it?
Yeah.
Calf injury or something.
Yeah, he's made of glass.
God.
Daddy. Dad, guess what?
Mm.
I watched by unit with my set game, right? How missed a penalty?
What's that? Champions League, Man City are playing Bayern Munich, aren't they?
Yeah. And how missed a penalty?
Yeah, well, they'll still go through, won't they?
Yeah, they're 3-0 up, aren't they, still, Lee?
Yeah, I mean, as long as he doesn't get, as long as he doesn't get injured.
Do you know what gets me, though, Russell? Do you know what really annoys me about my beautiful son down there? He don't tell me anything. He thinks that I know everything. He thinks that I'm supposed to know all this.
Well, your dad.
He'll tell me, he comes down and he tells me tomorrow, every bit of Leeds news, what comes out, he'll come down at midnight and tell me, as if it's just a normal time for me to do something about it.
Well, that's the sad thing. We can't do anything about it, being fans, as we found out. So, yeah. Oh, that's very nice of you, Harmony. I didn't realise we were doing a cup. Yeah, you didn't have to. Yeah. Very nice of you. Well done. I can imagine if
appreciation to you all for everything that you do for me. Amani, love, you do enough for us by keeping everyone in chat bloody on the toes.
Well, do you think that there's 2 cups? There's one for everyone else, but if I win it, she's got one that says something like, I was going to say swear word.
So right, this TD cheat, right? Amani, love, I'm going to have to phone you anyway. I'm going to have to phone you when you're not busy. One day throughout this week, because I want to have a chat with you about something. But yeah, I want to discuss something with you. So yeah,
that sounds right.
Oh no! It's good. It's good. I'll tell you after when we finish show, Russell.
Okay.
All right, mate. Right. So here we go. Right, next person on list. So that's my team. Not happy at all this week, but we move on. This season's been a learning curve, and I won't be making the same mistakes next season.
Fighting talk.
You know what I mean? I'm determined. There'll be no extra bloody transfers from me next season unless I have to.
Stu, you just keep that talcum powder next year, okay? That's it. Go get your talcum powder. Still got it. That's brilliant.
Bring it every time we come on to do a FPL show. Right, points. Wilco's Wanderers. This is McAllister's team, Russell.
Yep. Gary McAllister.
Made one transfer this week. 65 points, 10 points above relegation, 10 points above average, which is really good to see. So Sanchez 1 point, Trippier 1 point, Gabriel 1 point, Botman 1 point. So 4 points from his back four, from his three, including goalkeeper. But then he picked up some points in midfield. Mitoma 2, Odegaard 10, Rodrigo 2, Martinelli 5. Up front, it's Kami 2, Captain Ireland with 24. Ollie Watkins is having a blinding second half of the season, 16 points.
Wasn't that one of Harmony's favourite ones, wasn't it? Oh, everybody's picking Chilwell, Watkins. Well, there you go. That's why they picked Watkins.
Ward with 0, Aki with 0, Tardoski with 1, Rashford with 0.
Yeah. Like I say, nothing's going on at the back for him, but it's all come at the front, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's all from midfield and attack.
Yeah, at least he's still playing it. I remember when we first started this for McAllister's like, I thought he was a bit of a threat, but he's tailed off a bit now, hasn't
he? Yeah, but he's still engaged, bless him. He's still engaged.
Yeah, lucky woman, whoever it is.
Right, next one is Havinda. Havinda's team. 73 points, Russell.
Not bad. Seems like Havinda. He was in the comments. I think he's been. I think he didn't want to hang around because he didn't probably want to see my face enjoying it all.
Transfers, he made one transfer, so he's had no punishments. He's done really well. So here we go. Edison 3, me 1, Gabriel 1, Trippier 1, Delac 14.
That's a good pick.
Millicent 2, De Bruyne 8, Andreas 2, Enzo 1. And then his front 2, Watkins 16, Ireland 24.
Nice.
Which is not too bad. And then on the bench, Raya with 5, Peru with 0, Havertz with 0, Rashford with 0. So he's done well, done really well.
Yeah, maybe he got 40 points from up top. And the rest. I mean, Madison was frustrating because he should have scored against Man City.
Well, Madison apparently is on the radar for Spurs.
Yeah, well, Madison should have scored. He missed a massive chance against Man City. Huge to make it 3-2.
See, every time he has low scores, Amani's it backs up what Amani says when she calls him a fraud.
Yeah, he's not though. He's a quality player. He is. He's not. He plays for England, doesn't he? So he's think
he's gonna? Do you think he's? I mean, the Leicester team, the Leicester game, right? The Leicester game, the Leeds could go two ways. They can all turn it on in style and just demolish us, or they can give up.
Who's that? Leeds or Leicester?
Both. Leicester could turn on the style and Leeds give up, or Leicester will give up and Leeds should be able to get a result from it.
I think Leicester are still good enough to go on a run, and I'm very worried about Leicester's next 3 games.
See, Forest are as good as down for me. Southampton are as good as down for me. And it's between us at Everton and Leicester, I think. One out of them 3 teams will go.
Yeah. But like I say, in fantasy football wise, would you get rid of Madison right now? I wouldn't. Got 3 good fixtures.
Yeah. But well done, Avinda. Really well done, mate. Well, proud of you with that score. Well done. Right, next one, Mr. Darren Higgins. 50 points this week, 1 transfer. Rayo with 5, Chilwell with 1, Trippier with 1, Dunk with 2, me with 1, Mitoma 2, Fernandes 3, Grealish 7, McAllister 2, Tony 2, Haaland 24 with his captain, as Kepa with 6 on bench, along with Havertz 0, Shaw 0, Rashford 0. So yeah, he had a pretty, I haven't seen your score yet, Russell, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, like I say, I'm just glad I'm not between the Higgins sandwich anymore. It's nice to know that I've got another. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm starting to grind out one of them, and the other one's the problem. So the first Higgins, I'm starting to feel like I've snuffed that out for now, shall we say? So one is
there
down.
There you go, Russell.
He's not gash. He's a good player. I tell you what, if Madison signed for Leeds, you'd be going off your tits. If Madison signed for Leeds, could you imagine it? Oh, he's amazing. He's amazing. Oh, Madison. Good player.
I think if Madison joined Leeds, he'd put a lot of our players to shame.
He would do. He's a good player. That's why. Take my advice. Madison will come good. He might not be this season. Madison would be a good sign. He's always a good sign in fantasy football. You got to remember he's in a team that's struggling. So, but Madison's overall is good. And take my advice. A lot of people will be bringing him in or keeping him for the next 3 game weeks because the fixtures are pretty nice for Leicester, and that's what worries me. Being a Leeds fan, obviously.
Him and Chilwell should play for the Red Lion reserves on a Sunday. A little bit. So anyway, this is Darren's side. We've gone through Darren's side, haven't we? No, we have, haven't we?
Yeah, your uncle.
Yes. Yeah, so well done, Darren. Really well done. At least you keep it up with us all. Anyway, you're showing me a few things. Anyway, 3rd place, Harry. Wildcard played this week, boys. Wildcard played.
Yeah, he was the one we were talking about last week, weren't he? When I was like, wait there, he's not even. What's he got left? While you go for his team, I'm just going to check what he's got.
No worries, mate. Right, Rayo with 5, Ben White with 6, Trippier with 1, me with 1, Andreas with 2, Grealish with 7, Martinelli 5, Saka 0, Watkins 16, Kane 4, Haaland 12. He dropped points because he had Kane as captain.
Interesting. He didn't play a wild card when he could have. So he's actually used all his stuff now. He's got nothing left. But he's obviously setting his team up going forward.
Yeah, so Alisson with 2, Pinnock with 1, Botman with 1, Rotoma with 2.
Yeah.
But that's a big shock, him using Kane as captain.
Yeah, that's a lovely shock. I'm quite glad because I was a bit worried about him. So, not Kane, I mean, as him as a player. Let's just have a look back at the league. So, yeah, it's good that he's dropped a bit today because he could be nicely set up. There's a nice gap between us right now. So, yeah, I think I could keep him under control. But he's
nearly as good as McKennie.
Tell me about Mad. Just if you want to improve in Madison, just look at his previous fantasy years. He's done well. He's a good player. I'll argue with that all day. Madison is a good player. You'll never convince me otherwise.
So that's Harry's team. Right, Mr. Man. Right, are we all ready for the glee in Russell's face now? Because do we need to? Do you want us to leave the room, Russell?
Please, just in fact, I think this room needs filling. So let's get these views up, guys. I'm going to go for a team. I expect to. Can you put like a big red curtain to open me up? Like in like the Oscars or something. Maybe lay out a red thing for me to walk down.
I don't know how to do it, but there's a way of doing it. New layout.
joking, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but there's a way of doing it where I make you full screen.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, rated 5, Chilwell. 1.
And on a minute, right, let's go. Are you ready for your team, Russell?
Yes, of course.
You haven't seen your points, by the way, mate. This is the first time I'm going to see your points.
Okay, then.
Oh, wow.
Not bad. There's a few better than me, but I'll take. Do you know what? I was actually going into this week thinking it'd be bad.
Wow.
So I'll take that because I was really thinking, oh, God, I'm like. So this was a bonus. Yeah, the defence didn't do much apart from the keeper. Trippier 1, Estupiñán 2, Chilwell 1, Martinelli 5, McAllister, Matoma 2 each. That was frustrating, but this is where all my points came from. Odegaard was a brilliant transfer. I was so happy I went with that in the end. He got 3 points goal, so that was perfect. Haaland, Kane, Watkins. And thankfully, I did put Maddison on the bench, and he only got 2 points. Kepa 6, so not much for Raya. But this is where Shaw's really annoyed me. I actually had Shaw in my first team. And annoyingly, if he'd have played, I got 6 points for him as well. He has really annoyed me because I've had him through every time they've got a clean sheet. Last 3 game weeks, could have got 18 points out of him. For some reason, I thought Shaw would start. So overall, I'm really happy because I didn't think I'd do well this week, but actually I did okay. So that's a bonus.
You've got 3 Brighton boys and 2 Arsenal boys. Does that mean that you're going to be making some transfers coming this week, Russell?
There's a lot of decisions to make. I was playing around with it before I even came speaking to you because I haven't really had the time to have a look, and I was just figuring out my future plans. And I know I say it every week, but this week is a big week. I got to decide on a lot of things because it could be a lot of punishment, or it could be I go with the crowd.
Free it.
Who knows? There's definitely a few options because.
So what chips have you got left, Russell? Free it and.
That's it.
Right. And what chips has Richie got?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Right.
While we go through his team, I will count up his chips.
Thank you very much. So well done, Russell. Really great to see his expert do well. Right, first place is Richie, still leading the way. 73 points. He's got 3 more points than you, so he's gained 3 more points to you than last week, Russell.
Yeah, I know, it's annoying.
Raya with 5, White with 6, Trippier with 1, Esperian with 2, Marsh with 5, McAllister 2, Grealish 3, Fernandez vice captain 3, Watkins 16, Haaland 24, and Tony 2. So where's he gained the 3 points over you, Raya? No.
He gained it over Ben White.
Ben White, yeah.
Or maybe Green.
And on the bench, he had Kepa with 6, Chilwell with 1, Rashford with 0, and Shaw with 0. He's got roughly the same team as you.
Yeah, a lot of teams are quite similar. But yeah, it's annoying because he's just the one. Every time I get close, he pulls back away. It's quite frustrating. And I've checked; he's only got a free hit as well. So what I'm going to have to do is just look at his team and figure out how many players he'll have for next week, and then you can gauge maybe what he's going to do.
Well, he's got 3 Brighton players and 1 Arsenal player.
Well, look at it like this. He's got Rashford, Shaw, Grealish, Haaland, McAllister, March, and Estupiñán. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I actually got Fernandez. 5, 8.
He's going to use his free hit then, isn't he?
Yeah, so free hit will come in for him this week. So yeah, so he'll be free hitting because he has to because he hasn't even got a team.
But well done, Richie. It's like the way all this way, mate. He's done well.
Yeah, but I'll show you something. Bear with me. just to show you in the real world, not the TDT league. If you go onto my profile, Stu, so you can see it on the screen, and if you go down all my leagues,
So Russell,
yeah,
let me make it a bit smaller so we can see all the screen.
yeah, yes.
There we go. Right down to leagues.
If you go to the Leeds United Twitter league,
Leeds United Twitter League is 4th.
yeah,
Click on it.
yep. And if you want to make the screen big on that one, that's the truth. That is the truth, guys. That's the truth. Make it big. I want everyone to see this. This is blasphemy. Blasphemy in the comments. Blasphemy, I tell you.
There you go, mate.
That's the... Wait there. Is that the right one? Is
Yeah,
it below?
you're 4th.
Where is he? He's in that league with me.
Who is?
Richie.
What, in the Leeds League?
Leeds United Twitter league.
Is he?
Yeah, I think you're on the wrong one.
Right, give me a minute. Hang on.
I think you've clicked the wrong one.
Got to get this right for Mr. Russell, haven't we? We've
Yeah.
got to get this right for Mr. Russell.
Leeds United
right, the Twitter Championship.
No.
Leeds United Twitter League. There you go.
Yeah,
right.
that one. Now zoom in on that one. That's the one you need to zoom in on. That's my real score. This is the pretend score. There you go. That's the truth.
It's only 5 points behind you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm beating him in real life. I'm only not beating him in this league because we started 7 weeks behind.
Yeah, but you aren't beating Newell's boys, are you?
Yeah, I know. But I am beating Richie. So technically, if let's say I stay 5 points ahead to the end, technically I win the thing because I'm actually really ahead of him.
No, not the TDT league, you know.
Yeah, but that league started 7 weeks later. That's not my fault.
Doesn't matter.
I think we're gonna have to go into the rules of this because I think technically I should win it if I win the whole thing. Because I am beating Richie right now, really.
Well, you're doing well, Russell. You've got over 2,000 points.
Yeah, that's the real score. So I'm going to take that as a win.
You know something, everybody, right? I'm going to stop sharing that because well done, Richie, for leading the way on the TDT League. That's what's most important. Salt Leeds United's Twitter League. The TDT League, the one that's most important.
Which did start from game week 1, shall I say?
I don't care. Well, the TDT League started game week 7. But look, this is the most important league. Sod your Leeds United Twitter League and the real FPL League. Who gives a two hoops about them? It's this league what's the most important.
I think we're going to have to go into a technicality on this.
Look, you can win. Yeah, but where would you rather be? 4th in the table in the Leeds League or 2nd in the table in the TDT League?
Well, whichever one's above Richie.
What are you going to do if Richie gets above you in that league as well?
Oh, well, I'll accept defeat on that one. Yeah, right now, yeah. But, yeah, I think, see, I just think about that before we started streaming. If people come in here and they don't know any of us guys, they will look at our scores thinking, God, you guys are rubbish. But actually, I don't think people realise we didn't start this league until 7 weeks in, did we? Because they're going to go, you keep saying things, let's talk to my expert. Then you see my points, and they go, well, these points are awful. It's only all like 1,000 something. But the reality is that, you want to say?
The reality is you're 2nd in TDT League, and that's all that matters to me. I don't give a shite about Leeds United Twitter League or Leeds United bloody leagues and all like that. It's a TDT League what matters to me. If I went through, imagine me having to go through each and every one of them teams every week. But you didn't watch my thing on Monday night, did you?
Nah, I didn't see it though.
No, you want to watch it? I did a spreadsheet of every single thing. Leeds, West Ham, Leicester, Southampton, Nottingham Forest, every single game, every single weekend from now till the end of the season.
Right.
And it took nearly 2 hours to do.
And what was the outcome? Leeds got relegated.
Leeds have done it. I give Leeds 7 points. Leeds have
So
done it just survive.
Okay. Interesting.
Nottingham Forest, Southampton, and Nottingham Forest, Southampton, and Leicester went down, I believe.
Inky, it was murder. Was it good viewing? He was probably like, yeah, Inky was probably like this. Took me 2 hours.
I got everybody involved.
When can I leave the stream? What I was going to say, well, like I say, have you ever seen the film The Social Network? You know, about the creation of Facebook? It's got,
No, I'm not interested.
No, it's a good film. Anyway, basically, the two owners of Facebook, when they have this dispute about
Zuckerberg or whatever it's called, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. And in simple terms, one of them gets stiffed, and he goes, "You better lawyer up, man. I am coming for you." So I'm saying to you, the TDT League, you guys better lawyer up because I will be coming for you on a technicality.
I tell you what it is,
Lawyer
right?
up, guys.
I told an online, I told a live YouTube courthouse between you and Richie, and I'll be judge. Amani can be a prosecutor for
Right.
defence.
Well, we know where that's going.
Oh man can be defence for Richie, and I'll have Lee defending you.
It'll be. I think Harmony will be the executioner. She'll have like an axe over my head.
Yeah. Well, Lee'd say no. Richie wins it. End of story.
Yeah.
Case dismissed.
But like you said, in this league, in the TDD one, it's close, but he's it's frustrating because it's frustrating for me because I know I'm ahead of him, but I'm not ahead of him in this league. So,
well, do you want? This is an FPL question for you, Russell. What you keep asking for, right? Yeah. I said quite a few weeks ago in the league doing their free hits. Isn't game week 34 a better idea for free hits?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you, it's a tough one. It depends how your team is. Because if you've got like 3 or 4 players or 5 to 6 players, you think, is it worth? If you're not free hitting this week, I would just say be prepared for a red arrow. But you can pull it back in 34. Sometimes, I always say, sometimes you have to put that line out. You have to give a bit to get a bit. You know what I'm saying? To bring in the bait, to get the fish. Sometimes you're gonna have to just take a few hits. You're gonna have to take a few bit of punishment sometimes. So I'll be honest with you. This week, sometimes I look forward to doing it. But this week, I'm thinking, oh God, I don't know what I'm going to do. But last week I was the same. It worked out fine. Last week I was generally like, oh, I think this could be a red week, but it actually worked out okay for me in the end. Odegaard and Watkins came through. But it's good to see there's people still engaged, still trying to win their mini leagues. Like I said, Harmony's got up to 8th. You got the Stathams in the mini league. And then you start to see a bit of separation now at the top weights just between me and him. But looking at his team, I've now, because I haven't really had time to look at things, but I know he will be free hitting this week. There's no way he's not going to free. He's got to free hit. He's got only like 4 or 5 players.
I agree. And the man says you don't have to win the FA Cup, and you don't win the FA Cup and get awarded the league. Russell is a big baby.
See, this is what it is. I've shown you guys, okay, hard evidence, and you don't like it. I mean, I'm not lying. I'm not trying to twist it.
Look. All fair play.
The evidence.
You joined from game week 1, but you didn't join our league for game week 1, did you? Our game week started from game week 7, and that's how it stays. I'm not changing it again.
I'm just saying there's hard evidence. That's all I'm saying. I've got to get my lawyers involved.
You're like, yeah, I know a few good lawyers.
We'll have to lawyer up.
They'll take you to cleaners. Armani's laughing her head off at you. It was murder. It wasn't that bad, Inky, was it? Surely. It wasn't that bad.
Wait there. While you're talking, it's my tradition to make a cup of tea, and then we can probably move into the next. If there's any fancy questions, I know we've only got 4 viewers.
Get your fantasy questions in today.
Yeah,
Let's see what we can do.
If you've got any, throw them in there. I know we're going to do a deadline stream. It's going to be Friday night, isn't it? I don't know if you've got other people watching any other things because you stream it across loads of platforms. We can have a quick catch up on that, on other things if you are also fantasy. But we'll call this the half time, and half time is for me a lovely cup of tea, and I've got to ring my lawyer because some people can't see facts anymore. Evidence doesn't seem to mean anything. Right, I'll be back soon.
Right, a guy came in the chat and had a go at Stu for his score, telling you to sort his team out, etc. Due at our scores, I looked at his team up and his overall score, Stu had 130 points more, so I trolled his channel. So thanks, Amani, my lovely. It was the longest day of the year. Well, it did go into next day, I must admit. We did start it on a Monday night and it ended up finishing on a Tuesday. So you're probably right, Inky. You're probably right, mate. You are. Burnley didn't win the Prem. Or didn't win the Prem because Burnley didn't win the Prem because they had more points in a different league. You go. Anyway, right. So FPL week. You're settled now, aren't you, for next week for your team?
Yeah, but I've just written about Arthur. I got injured.
No, so what are you going to do? Are you going to take another -4 hit, or are you going to play with 10 men?
I'll probably take -4 hit.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Because I got Rango, Benmy, Trippier, Gabriel, Warburg, I'm back 4. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, back 4. Back on the back 3, back in the midfield, I got Eze, Gapo, Saka, and top it's Everton and Kane at top.
Right.
But my bench looks good. But McAllister, Haaland, and Matoma on bench.
Yeah, but they're all Brighton boys out who can't play.
Yeah, I got yeah. And I got one goalkeeper on bench as well.
You got Haaland on your bench?
Yeah.
So I had to sell Haaland this week.
Mm.
Next week, that transfer, I'm going to be bringing Haaland back in, I think. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, because I had to check out on my transfers, I check out So Marsh for Eze.
Yeah.
For this week. But
I think that's a good transfer, Lee.
Yeah, but I could either keep Eze in for next week or bring So Marsh back in for next week.
I'd keep Eze in. Roll your transfer over because you might need it for game week 33 or whatever it is, game week 34. You might need to start. We might need to start planning that in advance for you.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Russell will help you where he can. Because believe it or not, everyone in chat, he does actually help Lee. He does help Lee. If Lee needs any advice, he'll help him. He won't tell me. Russell had opened up a Snickers bar underwater just so that us lot didn't know he had one. Honestly, he would. He really would. You know what I mean?
No, Chelsea not playing that week.
What are you looking at, Lee?
Defenders.
Looking at some defenders. Well, do you want me to bring up some defenders? I'll go transfers and I'll bring some defenders up on screen so everyone else can see what you're looking at, because then then they all feel engaged with you in league. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you want me to bring up defenders for you? What price are you?
I checked him out. I got 53.5.3
5.3.
million. Yeah.
Right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to price. Right. I'm going to bring it down to 5.3, which is there. Right. I'm going to share screen with you, Lee. Oh, there you go. This is Amani. Right. Amani says I'm settled with my team and -4. Pope, me, Sufel, Trippier, Zinchenko, Salah, Saka, Eze, Buendia, Isaac, Jesus. It's not a bad side. It's not a bad side. But Lee, this is I'm going to share my screen with you. It's not a bad side in that, Amani, my love. Right. So these are right. So these are 5.3 million. You can't have any Arsenal players, can you? You can't. You don't want Perisic. He's been absolutely woeful. It's not worth 5.3 million in FPL money. You've got Benmy, haven't you?
Yeah, I got Benmy. Yeah.
I won't even have Dyer at 5.1. Just looking like who you can actually have.
No one.
There ain't a lot of good ones left. Let's have a look. Page 2.
Right. What are we talking about?
Lee's looking for a defender, 5.3 and below for this game week.
Oh, wait there. We've actually got someone coming in who's new, and they've got an actual fantasy football question. So let's answer Adam quickly, then we'll go back to Lee.
Liverpool targets for this week as a 1 week punt against Nottingham Forest.
Now,
Adam, it depends on what position, Adam. If it's your midfield, your attack, or your forwards.
No, but also what we need to know is he on a free hit? How many transfers you got? Are you on a free hit?
And how much money is it going to cost? And if you're not, how much money are you willing to spend?
So
I'm going to bring up Liverpool's team as well, so we can all share screen, and then hopefully we can advise him properly. There we go. Right. So these are the players. Pinnock is a shout, Lee.
Do you know what? Do you know who I would personally go for? If I was on a free hit and I had free transfers for Liverpool, I'd probably go against Forest. Alexander-Arnold, Gakpo, Salah.
Yeah, I definitely include Gakpo into that. That is for sure.
I'll triple up on Liverpool.
Man City have just scored. They've gone 4-0 up on average.
Yeah.
On average.
Yeah, they're through anyway. So, Adam, if you're the free hit, for me personally, Gakpo, Salah, Alexander-Arnold. If you're not on a free hit, we need to know how many transfers you're going to use or you're willing to use.
What do you think about Robertson as a shout for against Forest?
I think he's a good option, but I think he's going to be overshadowed by Alexander-Arnold, who's kind of going into midfield. If Alexander-Arnold's going to be a midfielder,
bring him in because he's going to be a defender price.
Yeah, but Alexander-Arnold against Leeds, he looked. I mean, sadly for us guys, but he looked brilliant in midfield.
That's the point. Bringing have a look to see about bringing in Ireland because Klopp did play him in midfield against Leeds, didn't he?
Haaland?
Ireland, Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
He played him in midfield.
Okay.
Like an extra midfielder.
So it looks like Adam's not on the. Adam, are you not on a free hit then? Because he's thinking Marsh to Gakpo. Have you already got any? Have you already got Liverpool players, Adam? I'm trying to figure out in the head. I'm trying to picture what you've got. Because he might already have some players. You know what I mean? He could, yeah. If he's already got Alexander-Arnold, fine, do it. Keep him. If you've got Salah, captain, obviously. But if you're thinking March to Gap, actually Harmony, she was the big Gakpo one, weren't she? Yeah. I personally think Gakpo's going to start against Forest, so I think that's a good. If you're going March Gakpo, go for it. I think that'd be a good pick. I'm going to say yes. Answer and keep it simple and answer just that question. March to Gakpo. If that's within your price budget, go for it.
Yeah, 100%. Defence for Poole is too pricey, and I see Forest scoring them.
Oh, wait. Oh, what's he said here? I have Robbo and Darwitzy, and I wildcarded in 34. Wow, he's got a wild card. Bit jealous of that. Okay.
You have Robbo and Darwin.
Well, yeah, but Darwin. Do you think Darwin's going to start? He scored.
No, I think he'll go with. I think he'll go roughly the same team. Won't he? Jota.
Yeah.
Jota's.
So, Adam, out of interest, what are you thinking for Darwin then? Yeah, so if you've got Robbo, keep him, because I actually think Robertson's still a good option.
Yeah, I think Robbo's a good option.
Yeah, definitely get Gakpo. But could you let me know what because you own Darwin, and if I own Darwin, I wouldn't know what to do with him this week.
He's on a wild card in 30. He's on a wild card game with 33.
Yeah, well, he's going to prep his team ready for the rest of the last one. I mean, to have a wild card around there, that's the nice position to be in.
Yeah, it's what's the word? It's a luxurious position to be in as well.
Well, if you're on the wild card, you would be Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle. Yeah, it's a good position. Yeah, I had Darwin before Jota. Came back, but I have big problems. So okay then. Yeah, we've all got them. Yeah, go Gakpo, mate. I think that's a good choice. But yeah, I think Gakpo Robertson. Yeah. See, that's quite unusual because we don't actually normally get genuine fantasy football questions in this stream, do we? So, Adam, we do appreciate that because we have a loyal crowd, and obviously we always like it when new people come in and ask genuine fantasy football questions. So, yeah, we appreciate it. It's good. That's good. That's what we want, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, we want to be someone you can lead on. So, yeah, go Gakpo, and I think you'll start. But the last in the chat, Adam Harmony, I'm not going to pretend. Harmony's been going on about Gakpo. Has Harmony got Gakpo? Because she was speaking about it way before me, to be honest with you. Oh, no, she hasn't got. She did have Gakpo, didn't she? She
had him, didn't she? Thanks for the advice, guys. No worries at all, Adam. No worries at all.
Adam, we're also doing. I'm going to go into my sales pitch. We do deadline streams on here. So if you ever want to pop in, come in, watch the deadline streams. We'll give advice, and you can watch me struggle this week because I don't know what the hell we're going to be doing. In fact, we all kind of struggle, don't we, Stu? So
yeah, and Russell's our expert summariser. How long have you been playing game now, Russell?
14. How long is it? I don't know. 15, maybe 15 years.
Gakpo will definitely start still for me. I only sold him to upgrade to Salah. Got me some good points. I had him from when he came in.
Yeah, I do remember you speaking about Gakpo, Harmony. I do wonder you got me thinking about Darwin now. If I had Darwin, would you play Darwin if you had him? Yeah. I think he'll come on though.
No, I won't play Darwin.
No,
I would.
Yeah, but do you not think half an hour against Forest? I think he could do damage.
Darwin's going to be Darwin is a bit. What's the word? He's a bit loose with his shooting. I think next season he'll be a lot better than what he is now. I think he'll be a lot better next season than what he is currently. I think he needs just a bit of time to settle down to Premier League. Personally,
he's not a player to watch, isn't he, Darwin? Kind of very.
I mean, I've seen him many times. He looks easy to score and he blazes it high and wide.
Yeah, he's a frustrated player. I've never owned him. I think there was a point midway through the league where the season where Darwin was like everyone had him. but he just didn't return, did he? And I've never fell into that Darwin trap.
Well, Gakpo's a good player. He's shooting.
Salah will be the most captained this week, easily. There's going to be a lot.
Oh yeah, of course. There's no Haaland, is there?
No.
Yeah, I forgot. Well, didn't forget, but I forgot. Who's my captain for this week? Because I've already sorted my team out. So I ain't got Saka. I ain't got Salah. I've got. Right. I'm going to show you my team now. This is for next week. See, you don't get this from Russell. This is from me. Right. You don't get this from Russell, but this is my game week for next week.
Technically, I am winning the league already.
Yeah, well, right. Here we go. Right, I've got Raya in there. I've got Trippier, Botman, White, and Pinnock at the back. I've got Saka, Martinelli, and Eze in midfield. I've got Kane, Watkins, and Tony.
So,
up front.
So, what is this a -4 to get to this then?
Yeah, this took me a -4. Yeah, I had to check out. I've kept my 3 Brighton boys in. I took out Haaland to get to Watkins. And who else did I check out? I took out Fernandez to get to Eze.
So at least you can field your 11 players without.
It took me -4. It took me a -4 to get there.
And also, I don't know if it's a problem, but what's annoying for you, but it could also be good, is your players play Friday night. A lot of your players.
Yeah.
So you're thinking Saka captain then?
Yeah, I haven't got any. Kane v Newcastle away. I don't fancy Tottenham getting a result against Newcastle. Watkins, Brentford away, difficult game.
Yeah. Eze?
And Johnny, Aston Villa at home, another difficult game.
And obviously, what about... So, looking at Saka Martinelli, I mean, this could change when we get to deadline. Are you thinking more Saka than Martinelli then, even though Martinelli's outscoring Saka?
I just think Saka's got a performance in him. He'll want to get revenge after missing his penalty.
Yeah, but will he be on penalties anymore?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I think so, mate. Yeah, everyone's entitled to miss a penalty, aren't they? Everybody.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Darwin is a bench option now. I think Aguerd Stewart next season will be a rotation option for sure. Gakpo is a better player too. I think so. My captain choice will be Salah, Saka, and Jesus. So I'd go Salah. Definitely go Salah.
I just don't think Jesus comes into the captaincy choice for me. I think that's nuts.
He hasn't done has he, since he come back from injury.
No, Jesus has. He has done stuff, but for captaincy, no, not this week. Not way. To me, it's, if the choice,
you got Salah, wouldn't you? More Salah.
Yeah. If you got Salah, it's all. To me, Jesus doesn't touch Salah, but I have noticed that he seems to be in the conversation for a few people for captaincy.
I mean, I've got 9.5 million in bank.
Really? Wow.
Well, that's because I want to, if I take Watkins out, I can bring Haaland straight back into it next week.
Well, the thing is, you could, with that 9.5 million, you're going to need to buy those lawyers, aren't you? So you might as well save it.
Don't need any loyals for you, mate. My loyals will do it for free.
You're going to lose. There's a lot of losing lawyers here. So what's the captain? Before we had that, because it's like I said, that was quite unusual, but that's what I want from the stream. I like it when we get questions from different people coming in about fantasy football.
Right, give me a minute, Manny. I want to check some. I might be doing Jesus a disservice. I don't like doing players a disservice. Arsenal. Right. If I'm wrong, I will put my hand on my chest and say I was wrong. Jesus, let's have a look. Player information. 7, 7. I were wrong. 12, 7, and 7.
But I still don't think he's in the captaincy talk for me. But
Not
this
enough,
week,
is it?
this week is an interesting. I'll tell you what. We'll part the captaincy thing because let's go because we had that question come in and it kind of threw us off a bit. Let's go back to Lee and his defender. What was we talking about before Adam asked us about that question? Wasn't Lee? Doesn't Lee need a defender sorted? Does he do?
Yeah, Lee needs a defender bringing in for 5.3 million £5.3 million.
5.3 million. That's all he's got.
That's all he's got to bring in a defender. Max points. Max price. 5 point. Max cost 5.3 in it.
Yeah.
So 5.4. So 5.3 million. Right. Gabriel is out injured, isn't he? Or is it Saliba who's injured, Lee?
Saliba.
You've got Gabriel, haven't you?
Yeah.
He's got Gabriel. I wouldn't touch Perisic. I think he's awful, Russell.
Yeah.
Zinchenko,
Have you got free? Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Zinchenko, 5.2 million. He's orange. He's yellow flagged.
Do you know what Are you got a free hit, Lee?
No.
Okay. These are the two. Have you got Ben White?
I think he has.
No.
Okay. The two option I think for 5.3 is Conte from Liverpool or Ben White.
How much is Ben White?
Ben White's 4.9 and Konate is 4.8.
I'd go White. I think he gets forward more.
But it's whether you're thinking of future game weeks as well. You've got to remember, if you pick a Liverpool player, they will double. And Konate is starting a lot of games now for Liverpool. He started the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 games in a row. So if they keep a clean sheet, he gets clean sheet. You probably won't get your attacking returns, but you should get your clean sheet.
So Ben White or Konate from Liverpool.
That's what I would go for.
I'll probably go
Anyone
for
to Salah and Kane to Haaland. You have the money, Stu.
I'll probably go for Konate for Liverpool.
Well, have you got a Liverpool defender, Lee?
No.
Yeah, I mean, and if you've only got that much to spend, that is quite a cheap option to get in. And let's be honest, loads of people are going to have Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. You might get lucky and you might get your corner goal or a free kick because he'll probably go up for free kicks and corners, but lowly owned, so it'll be a good differential, low price, but's getting the minutes.
Yeah.
Now, if Liverpool concede, the rest of the defence concedes. The only problem you might have then is Robertson and Alexander-Arnold. They could punish you with assisted goals, but you can't control that. So,
Amani says, anyone to Salah and Kane to Haaland, Stu? You have the money, Stu. I'd have to take another -4 if I were to do it.
Hey, come on, Stu, you're in the mood. Get stuck into him. You're in the -4 train. Choo choo.
I've got -8 train if I do another transfer.
All aboard the -4 train.
Zinchenko will play on Friday according to the Gunners site. He trained all this week, so Zinchenko's available.
Konate's got garbage. Who was talking down there? Is someone?
To be fair, though, he did make a mistake for Leeds goal, I believe it was.
Yeah, I know, but you got to think of the bigger picture for Liverpool, aren't you? I mean, he's a good cheap way to get into a Liverpool defence. He's not a premium. You'd rather have Van Dijk, Robertson, or Arnold. But if you want the way into the Liverpool defence, get Canale. You know, I mean, it's to me that's it. I think that's a good call. I know it's going to be cool.
But we're only talking about Liverpool because we're only talking about captaining Salah and stuff this week because of what they did to Leeds against us.
Well, no, Salah's a good pick in general.
Prior to that game, their away form, it were diabolical.
Yeah, but you got to remember, I think a lot of people are looking at Liverpool because they've got good fixtures, they've got double
game week.
Yeah. So you got what 34, and they've got really good. They have got good fixtures, and they could make a late run towards Champions League. And Salah always does. Salah's a great pick. He. What was the game he missed? Yeah, he should have had. He missed a penalty against Bournemouth. Did he miss a penalty?
Of a week.
So who?
He missed a penalty last game before.
He missed against Arsenal, didn't he? Yeah. So, I mean, Salah. I mean, great player, as we found out.
Right, Manchester done.
Good man. Who have you gone for? Canote or Ben White?
Canote.
Right, yeah.
There you go.
I have gone Soufal, only a 4 million punt v Bournemouth. Look, I think Bournemouth are banning form, and I think they might cause West Ham 1 or 2 problems. Because West Ham play tomorrow night against Ghent in their return leg of the quarterfinals of that Nations Conference League.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of talk.
To draw in, he'll have to put out a full squad.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk about Bowen, isn't there, fantasy football wise. So
yeah,
I mean, I still don't understand how that Arsenal keeper didn't save that Bowen shot. I thought it was quite a weak attempt. I was surprised that he scored from it. But Lee, I think you're fine with if that's the only way you can get to Liverpool, mate. I know, that's to me that's quite a good player to get in. So good luck.
Have Arsenal started to fumble now, Russell, like they normally do? They did it this time last season. They went from
yeah, but if you look at the bigger picture for Arsenal, I know it's hard when you're so close to maybe winning the title. They're definitely in the Champions League, so that's a big jump up, isn't it? I mean, it's very hard to see off Man City. They are pretty relentless, and you know it's going to be fun times for Leeds when we get there. Can't wait for that game. If you think our goal difference is bad, hey, wait till we play Man City away.
He normally goes pretty easy on us though when he gets to about 4, doesn't
he? Yeah.
I will only be playing him this week. Then be on my bench until the end. Very cheap. Got him for 2 weeks ago. A funds things for game week 34.
Who's that? Kufal?
Yeah,
he's a good player 2 years ago, wasn't he? Through.
Well, he's actually in a bit of form now. He's actually in a little bit of form now. So, he's really found a bit of form. Hence why West Ham are doing that a bit better of late.
Yeah. Well,
West Ham, anyone who can come from 2-0 down against Arsenal to make it 2-2 have done pretty well.
I mean, their game in hand is Man City, so to me that's a defeat anyway. So to me they're still on 31 points, so they're still in it. They're still down there. 1 win we go above them if they lose. So they've only 2 points, and I mean we've only got 2 points from the bottom as well. So it's just going to be tight, I think, all the way to the end.
Well, then is it our next 3 fixtures? We've got Fulham, Leicester, Bournemouth.
Yeah, and let's be honest, they're all Fulham. I could see a defeat. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Leicester. We could lose to Bournemouth. On the other hand, we could beat Fulham, we could beat Leicester, or we could beat Bournemouth.
I can't see it with that team. I can't see them picking it up. I can't see them getting up for it.
Yeah, but if you actually strip away the last 2 week games, they should in their heads, they've got to think we're not in the bottom three. We're still ahead.
The teams we beat was Southampton, which took a look of a fair poor goal, and we bet a poor Nottingham Forest side who had joint worst away record in league.
Yeah, we're crap.
Which is why I don't think we're going to be able to rise. I mean, I watched the extended highlights of the Everton game against Fulham, and Fulham didn't have to get out of second gear to beat them.
Well, at least Dan James had played against us.
He had a blinder, didn't he? Probably one of the best games he's played all season for them and for us. Come to think of it.
Wait there, guys. Wait there. Hold it. Oh.
Right, there we go. So
yeah, I took mine. I think I took mine for 4 points.
No wrong with that, mate. No wrong with that. Like I said, this season's is an experience for us. It's a learning curve for us. You know what I mean? We haven't had time to speak to you about that Leeds game properly between me and you. We haven't sat down to discuss it or anything. We've avoided it. Do you think Leeds can pick themselves up, mate?
What Leeds?
After losing 5 and then 6, can we pick ourselves up at all?
If we play like won that game against Liverpool, no chance. I think we can beat Fulham on just. But yeah, Leicester's probably a hard match for Leicester.
It's away at Leicester, isn't it? It's away.
I'll go and check now for you.
It's away at Leicester. Is it a home to Leicester or away at Leicester?
At home at Anfield.
Right, so it's home to Leicester and away to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's just stop the Leeds fans get behind the team then at home because they're going to need us.
I think you're paying to buy in.
It's a Bayern.
Bayern.
It's not going to make much difference. It's the 81st minute.
Yep.
Who's taking it? I mean, I can't believe that they sacked that Nagelsmann bringing Tommy Tuchel.
Apparently he got booked.
Tommy Tuchel is a bad loser, is Tommy Tuchel.
Yeah, apparently he got booked in his first half, I think. His first 30 minutes.
He's not a very nice person outside the game, neither, really.
No.
But you don't need to know much about that, but I don't rate Tommy Tuchel as a person. As a manager, he's up there, but as a person, no, thank you very much. And on the minute, where am I? Hermione says, I may do a shocker and play him in game week 34 instead of Trippier due to his double game week if I'm feeling totally insane. That's Hermione. You watch me all the time. We're all insane who watch me, trust me. On the deadline show, DeVito, FPL Overlord. Laughing their head off. Right, let's see if he scores. Is he going to score?
Come on, save it. Oh,
straight down middle.
What I did the first half, but he missed it in the first 30 minutes. Hit across.
I like that assistant coach. We're looking at his watch as if to say, have we got time to come back into it?
No chance.
Anyway, then the manager says, if we get a result at Fulham, things will settle. If we get plummeted 4 or 5, then maybe start to panic. We need Coops back in defence and Nonso start, in fact.
That's who's out for these night in the injuries.
So you Coops. So you said about partnerships that it'll be Cooper and Titch. Well, Cooper and Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Would you play, Lee? I'm hoping Verber's back.
Yeah, apparently, what's it now on the Premier League injuries?
Bench, wasn't he? We're on bench against Liverpool. But did you see Garcia's thing? He did an interview and he said on interview, they need to win. It's like 8 cup finals. They need to win their 8 cup, win 8 cup finals. And I thought, not point telling us that, Garcia, tell players that. But I know what he meant. He looks a man of ideas. We dropped Ayling because we said Ayling were rubbish. We dropped Bamford were injured, so he did play. So we couldn't blame them two. Now, I just think we're desperate. We're desperate to see something.
Apparently, Bamford might be back for Saturday's game. What is it now? Calf shin injury. Possibly between 10-8, the 10th, 2nd, and 4th, 10-3.
I hope he stays away, mate. I do. I hope he stays away. I tell you honestly, I'd see Sinisterra. He went down injured.
Yeah.
What's he saying about Sinning? Nothing.
Apparently, I know the United concerned about 3 players. It's Bamford. It's 50% chance to pay. Stuart Dyers can't be in cess. Sadams can't be in cess as well. But no return it.
He won't be back either.
No.
Tyler Adams won't be back. Do you know though what it is? I think Sidney went up because he didn't want his team losing.
Oh, no.
The young lad is gutted being brought on 4 or 5 down. No wonder he's losing his head. Not good for or acceptable, but understandable. Oh, you're on about Nonto, yeah. Paul, I said it. I watched just like watch it, and I says, don't bring him on. Don't bring Nonto on when I think we were 4-1 down at the time, weren't we, or 5-1 down or whatever it was. Don't bring him on because he's not like you've been unfair to him. I wonder why Garcia doesn't start him. Maybe he sees something in him. Maybe Garcia sees something on training pitch what he's not too happy about with Nonto, because to me it's one of our better players.
Go on, mate. Go on. Okay. He's been sent off by a Munich manager.
Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, he's been sent off, but he's going to stands to watch his game.
Sidney was being a baby. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Amani. And you know something? These not the sort of players we want on the pitch in a relegation battle. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Oh, Dad, I've been looking at the injuries list for Fulham.
Yeah.
Right. Free kick to my sister outside the box.
Someone else is getting booked. Bayern Munich defenders getting booked. He won a foul on the Grealish.
Yeah,
Grealish has turned his season around, hasn't he?
Yeah. Did I be looking for injuries for Fulham, right? Well, good news or bad news? Well, good news, Dad.
Go on, then.
Danny James can't pay against us.
Yeah, he can't play against Leeds because it's his parent club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Good.
But what I think 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 players out, from. But one player coming back for Saturday's game. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Cabana's out until 5th of June. Mitrovic is suspended until potential return date 13th of the 5th, 2023. And Kuratsa is out with a knee injury, but his potential return date is 24th of the 4th. I don't know if they'll rush him back. Don't think they will. I don't think they'll rush him back. But look, Leeds, you know what I mean? Leeds have got free. Bamford. currently been assessed 50% chance that he'll play. I hope it's a 0% chance he'll play. Dallas is out and Tyler Adams is out. Mancini sees a lot in him. That'll do for me. I agree, Amani. You know, if you watch him when he plays for us, I think he could be key to us staying up or going down. You know, and bringing him on with when we're already losing, I don't see point. I really don't. I don't see point in it. You know, start the boy. Just start him. That's what I suggest we do. That is for sure. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Bayern Munich are acting like they're still 20 minutes a game ago. They've got to chase. They're acting like madmen. Well, they're never going to pull 3 goals back in 30 minutes and 30 seconds of normal time and whatever injury time has been added. Well, yeah, getting back to FPL League, you're settled now and I'm settled. I'm all right. I've done my team. I'm not expecting a good week next week, though. Definitely not. 100% not. Russell hopefully won't be too long. Maybe that board want him injury free to make a packet on him.
5 minutes injury time.
5 minutes injury time.
Yeah. Into the man joined 3-0, but it's 5-3 on ago.
Maybe that's why we bought the likes of Rucci here as well, Amani. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if anyone's heard the reports, but there's been mixed vibes coming out about the 49ers. Most people are saying that it's definitely on. You know, even if we get relegated, they're gonna buy club. They're gonna still buy club. But then I've heard from David Ornstein, who said on Athletic that 49ers won't buy us if we get relegated. Believe, I don't know, but I'd rather think that they're already only 44% or whatever. Is it 44% stake and putting money in for Rutier? They're already sort of investing now. So I don't think they'll go back on what they said. I really don't. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I watched one or two Leeds YouTube channels yesterday. Well, it was yesterday, and honestly, do you know, we're probably best fans, probably best one of the best clubs in the world, right? But some of our fan base are so vile. You know what I mean? You know, it's there's a lot of negative on when you read comments, and this is why I'm glad we've got it styled in like this. You know what I mean? Like, got nice people in chat, haven't we?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Just I think not long ago. But match on together Leeds News. Right, breaking news. Jack Harrison could exit Leeds United. Despite World contract news and Sports News point, we are there again. Just there from a Jack Harrison would leave Leeds United if we are relegated to a championship.
Yeah, well, a lot of them have got a relegation clause in the contract league. A lot of them have got relegation clauses. I think we'll lose quite a few players if we get relegated.
Sorry,
are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, she was in here doing stuff and I had to wait for her to finish. So.
Yeah, no, don't even explain it to us, mate. We're just keeping everyone happy about enjoying us about the situation. Lee's just read out a thing come out on one of the papers what we already knew about. Like, Jack Harrison's could end up leaving Leeds if he gets relegated.
Jack Harrison?
Yeah, it's in he's got a release clause. He's got a relegation clause in his contract.
Oh, what is that? Is that breaking news? Is it?
Yeah. A lot of them have though. A lot of them have got relegation clauses in the contract.
Yeah, I mean, everyone. He signed a contract when he was bagging form, but then he's just reserted. I said he's streaky. I said he is streaky. It's just he's gone back to
Typical chap, isn't it? He has a block of games where he's good. Then you don't hear out from him for next.
Yeah. So if he left, he left. I mean, the best players are consistent. So I mean, Leeds are where we are because of where we are. We're not a very good team. I mean, if you strip it all down, we're just not very. We're not that good a team. It is as simple as that.
Manny's been making some comments about how Sinisteri went off not injured. He was just being a baby.
I think he's out for the season. For the way he reacted to me, looked like it. I was just like, get Sinisteri, man. I mean, he's a signing that sums up Orta, isn't he? For me.
Well, we bought him with an injury record, didn't we?
Yeah, but he didn't get injured last season. He was fine. And then we signed him, and he's injured all the time. The whole season stinks. Like so, I'm just going to be happy when it's over, and just hopefully we can get a lucky escape again. So,
did you see the article what David Austin did in the Athletic saying that the 49ers might pull out if we get relegated?
I think they're already invested.
Well, that's what I just said that to people in chat.
I think
the 40-odd%, 44% invest already, and money for Rutier.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm more annoyed with the 49ers is why do we have to have the world's longest takeover? Why is everything so? I swear, Raggiani loves. I love Raggiani. Loves kind of be like a celebrity in Leeds, because the only reason I can think he's stayed in charge for so long is he gets off on the adulation he's been getting, or the attention you get from being in that role. I've been saying it for ages. He's took us as far as he can. So I don't quite understand, why can't we just have a nice, quick, big takeover that's done quickly? Why do we have to have something that takes 2 years?
I could understand it if it were a bidding war and it might go on for a year, but never 2.
Yeah, but it won't go on that long anyway, would it? I mean, he's took us as far as he can. We need upgrades on the pitch, off the pitch, and all we're relying on is hoping that we can scrape through and stay up, which makes everything a lot easier.
Do you think, Russell, they'll all be gone when 49ers take over?
Yeah, I think they must pick up on that. The fact is, we're all kind of fed up with him. I'm fed up with Kinnear. His face annoys me. I'm fed up with Orta. His face annoys me. And I'm fed up with Rads. His face annoys me. So, yeah, I think there'll be changes. If we stay up, I think this could be the biggest changes you'll see at Leeds. On and off the pitch. It could be huge on the pitch and huge off the pitch. It'd be exciting at the same time. If we go down, it'll be big changes, but not as exciting because we'll be in the Championship. So,
Manny says, I may go against the Grealish rush and go for Gundogan instead in game week 34. I'm also thinking of going Alisson for Pope too in game week 34 also.
Yeah, it's very hard to figure out what Pep Guardiola is going to do, because obviously through the Champions League, so fantasy football, you'd have to check the fixtures and stuff, wouldn't you? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, shall we say.
Alan's looking well happy with himself.
I'm going to have a quick look at the Championship scores. Do you know what? I'm quite invested in the leagues below Leeds right now, because it's quite interesting to see how the final places are shaping up in the relegation battle. I mean, Cardiff beat Watford. See, this is scary, isn't it? Because you look at Watford and Norwich. Let's have a quick look at the Championship table. Norwich, 10th. Watford, 12th. Watford came straight down. They've got a really good team in that league. Mid-table.
It's an harder league than what people give it credit for.
It's annoying, though, because we could go down. Sheffield Wednesday could be playing us. And Sheffield United could be above us. Burnley could be above us in the Premiership. Luton could be above us. Luton could be above us. Think about that. Luton Town. Oh my lord, that's hilarious.
49ers made 900 million. 49ers made 900 million in the last season, so their profit kind of buys Leeds United.
I mean, I still, even though they're going to be an upgrade in the sense of money compared to what we've got, I still want more. I want some big, sugar. I just want us to be hoard out to someone who's got trillions of pounds. That's the only way I think we're ever going to be good consistently, which is quite sad, but true.
They are pulling out 800 million at the moment. May drop to 650 to 700 million if we drop. Yeah, and the beauty thing about this strike is Radzali is relying on Leeds to stay in Premier League so he can go with his consortium to buy out AC Milan. Now, would it be poetic justice, AC Milan? That's his next club.
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. Is it Inter Milan?
Yeah.
Right, well, Inter Milan. But if we get relegated, he loses Leeds United and he can't afford to buy Inter Milan. Wouldn't that be poetic justice for him? After all the stuff he put us through.
See, it's a weird one because call me bitter or jealous, I don't know. But there is a little bit of things, I'd quite like him to lose all that money, but I don't want Leeds to get relegated.
No, neither do I.
If there's a way where he could not make his money, but also Leeds stay up, that'd be perfect. I just find him annoying though. I just look at him and when you get to the point with people where you just look at their face and it's just just annoying. I don't know. I enjoyed him for a period, and then the last 2 seasons, I just think, Jesus Christ, what are they actually doing? What's going on? I mean, it's not. I mean, sometimes signings can work out. I mean, it's easy to go, oh, those signings were rubbish, but at the time we were excited. And
how many signings from this season, just this season alone, have worked?
Gonte, Adams, Weber, that's 3. Christian, no. Aronson, no. Ruta, no. Who else have we signed? Aronson, no. McKennie, not really yet, no. Who else did we sign?
This season?
Sinistera, no. He's been injured, so that's a failure to me. He's been injured most of it. Yeah.
See, Nonto, bless him, he can't even get a look in.
Yeah, he should start. Let's have a look. I'm intrigued. Let's go through them again. Christensen, no. So that's 1. Weber, yes. So that's on the good column. Sinistera, no. Aronson, no. So that's 3-1. Oh, here we go. Adams, yes. Rocker for me, no. McKennie, no. So that's 5-2. Ruta, not yet. So that's 6. Wish I hadn't got 6 fingers. Yeah, so to me, 6 bad signings, 2 good signings.
It's not good enough in Premier League, is it?
No.
It's not good enough in Premier League.
There you go.
And you're talking a lot of money what we laid out for likes of Sinistera and...
I mean, look at Ruta. I mean, God, he's not even returned anything. 40 million or whatever they spent, and he's done nothing.
But have they bought him to make a profit on him?
Yeah, but how are we going to make a profit for the Championship? Unless we come straight back up and he's like scoring loads in the Premiership, which could happen. No. He could come down. He could be one of these signings where he goes down, does really well in the Championship, comes up and does really well in the Premiership, and you're like, hey, this worked out perfectly. But you relied on that happening.
Yeah, but the position with Leeds United were in, I would have loved to have seen that 35 million go into us back for going to as centre backs.
Yeah, I mean, we should have probably spent it more wisely.
We wasn't in a position to spend 35 million pound on an investment. What into the future? We need to stabilize. We need to stabilize the team now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of arrogance this season where, and I keep saying it, I couldn't believe we stopped signing players at a certain point. I remember going after we made a last signing, I was like, why has it stopped? And then they've done their usual thing of being overconfident, thinking, "Oh, what we've got, you know."
Well, it said it. They come out and said it, didn't they?
And then they got to January. It's like, "Oh crap, we're still in the relegation battle. We have to now spend more money." I mean, you can't rely on the good old boys. Dallas has been injured all season. Bamford's been injured a lot of the season.
Also, thought he'd just come back in and expecting him to
Horshaw's
break
been
down
injured
again.
most of the season. Cooper's been injured most of the season. So, you know, I mean, it doesn't. What I find confusing is, does it take a genius to see all this? So how come if we can, they can't? I think they're just blinded by the loyalty or the good old boys, you know.
Does it make changes Saturday afternoon?
Don't know. I just don't know, because I think we could get something at Fulham. I think it's a game, definitely a target.
Yeah,
we shouldn't fear Fulham.
I think the next 3 games you've got to look at minimum 6 points.
Yeah, well, you haven't got time now to be going, oh well, but we can go. You know, it is getting desperate. Isn't it? I mean, look at the fixtures. So we're going to be.
We are safe by April 30th if we're down.
So you'd expect Southampton to lose to Arsenal, which puts another nail in their coffin. We need Palace to beat Everton, which could be tough, but could go anyway, that one. We need Wolves to beat Leicester. Liverpool should beat Forest. And we still need... West Ham's interesting because one of those is going to be dropping points. So if we get a win at 12:30 on a Saturday, you're in that lovely position where you can just sit back and just kind of go, right, let's see if some things fall our way. If we lose, we're going to be shitting ourselves all weekend.
Do you think us conceding 11 goals, Russell, is psychological? Gives Leicester and Everton and Forest a psychological lift to say, well, look, we just need X amount of points. We can't see Leeds getting any.
Yeah, because we're shooting ourselves in the foot. We had a good goal difference. You know, if you're like 3-1 down against Liverpool, just go 1-5-5 and just go, right, let's try and just protect goal difference.
Yeah,
we just just because that is like a point, isn't it? We just implode. So it's frustrating because we did have a good goal difference. And that's only going to get worse because we'll probably concede 7 or 8 against Man City.
So we could have the. I think we've conceded the most goals in league.
Yeah, we have again.
Yeah, but we've scored more than some teams below us, which makes it look a bit better.
Yeah, right. Yeah, to be honest with you, it's just a mess now, isn't it? It's just, you know, it's going to be, if we could just stay up, I would be very kind of like, I think it'd be really exciting because a lot of the players you're just kind of fed up with, and you know.
I'm going to say that to you. Is this the first season where we've really looked at these players and actually took a disliking to them?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's not. You shouldn't be like that because they're only people trying to play for your team. It's just that they're crap. So you end up just going, oh God, it's annoying because they don't make you feel good. You got to remember, the reason we love football is because of the moments they make you feel. And when you're getting loads of bad ones, you start despising the people that you're like, why can't you make me feel good? So, you know, it's a bit of a one-way relationship, really. But yeah, there is a lot of players that probably you look at going, yeah, they don't really seem to be. We don't seem to be trying, do they?
And man, says, what time will deadline be on Friday? 6:30, isn't it?
Yeah, 6:30. Yeah.
6:30 deadline. Not like really settled with my team, just captain.
So you're probably looking at 5:30, are you, for your deadline?
20 past 5.
Yeah, well, I'm working, so obviously I have to get back, so I might be a bit late onto that one.
No worries, mate. You never know with me, laughing her head off. Do you risk putting Cooper in as centre back?
I don't rate Cox. I think Cox has always been overrated personally.
What about Strike? I mean, he had a poor game.
Yeah, he's
Liverpool.
overrated. Yeah, some reason there's a lot of. I listen to a few podcasts and they absolutely bum into high heaven. But to be honest, he's. I think what I find annoying with Strike is he's just so quiet. He looks like he's just a nice, quiet guy. And it's like, mate, grow a pair. I said that ages ago. There's no leaders. It's frustrating. So.
Well, one of them goals, what Liverpool scored, he ran, then he stopped, then he ran again, and then he stopped.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Leeds fans were very good at building players up and making out they're amazing. And Struix, I don't know what to make out of him. I can't figure out whether he's good or bad. I don't think he's as good as the Leeds fans make out. But I don't think he's really bad either. I don't know. He's like a middle of the road player for me.
Richard, welcome to chat. There must be a fitness issue with the second half performances. 4 goals in the second half against both Palace and Liverpool.
I think it's a mental thing. I think it's the pressure of being in a relegation fight, and I think they just mentally collapse. And the whole system seems to break down. And then I think you end up, it's weird, you end up being conceded so many, they probably stop weirdly caring. It's like, oh, well, where we go? To me, I think it's just a mental thing.
Hermione says, I think we are unique at Ellen Road. The fans are very unnerving. Look at Llorente, wet before, from the great to the dreadful. I think it had to do with a lot of the atmosphere in the ground.
Yeah, but you got to also remember we're signing the kind of players that consistently aren't that good. There's levels. The best teams have players that can consistently perform over 90 minutes and over a lot of games. The problem you have in Leeds is we can pull out one performance and it follows with a load of rubbish ones. So
I'm just watching Man City's warm down. They've done more running in their warm down than what we did in 90 minutes against Liverpool.
Yeah, well, they did give up. So it's just going to be very nervy. It's going to be like last season. We just got to rely, and we do have to rely on other results. I never understand the argument of like, we shouldn't have to rely on other results. We can do it. Well, we can't do it ourselves because we're not that good. We are going to need help, and we needed help for a long time. I've been saying this since December, so proven right. But for some reason, people have this weird pride thing of, oh, we shouldn't. When you're not that good, you do have to rely on others, and we ain't that good, I'm afraid.
Well, I said it yesterday. I said this team's not good. I said it. I think it was Monday night. I said this team's not that good.
I think we are better than where we should be. Ironically, even though we're not good, I don't think we're as bad as where we are. I'm surprised that it's been another season like last year.
What, you think we should be like 14, 16 for some?
Yeah. I really didn't think it'd be the same as last season. That's what annoys me when you got the chairman at the start of the season declaring we won't have these problems again. We'll be safe. He's such an idiot now.
It's ignorance, is that? It's just ignorance to the rest of the league.
It's what, sorry?
It's just being ignorant to the rest of the league.
It's just, why would you say at the start of the season after signing just what you brought in money-wise and go, oh, there's absolutely no way. It's just no way that we're going to have the same as last year. We will not be in a relegation battle. It's like when Kinnear comes out about Forshaw, Bamford and Rodrigo, we got the best youngster in the world in Geldhart, which he never was. They're just idiots. It's like they don't say that someone like Geldhart wasn't as good as they thought because all the fans love him. I think a lot of them are deluded, thinking he's been the best thing since sliced bread. He's not exactly set Sunderland. He got a goal this week, but he's not exactly going crazy, is he, in the Championship? So So they're just, I'm just fed up with the people now. They've got us in the Premiership. They've probably set us up for. We've progressed a hell of a lot, but it's time to be. We need better. We need an upgrade across the whole clubs. Off the pitch.
If we get relegated, what to do? They might have progressed us, but then they've also regressed us back to where we started.
Yeah, but we should be in a better shape. We are in a better shape overall.
Financially, we are, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as a club, we are overall a far better than where we were. And you got to remember, if we drop down to the Championship, we will be able to still attract good players for that league. Because I remember when teams used to come down for the Premiership, and I used to be like, oh God, why can't Leeds ever get, why can't because we've been in the Premiership, it still holds status in the Championship. So I fully expect us to still do pretty well in that league.
I agree. I do agree. I don't know if we'll come straight back up though, like you think.
That's probably before I realised Kevin Augustin. So I was like, oh crap, 40 million down the sinkhole. Lovely. I just hope that doesn't kick in when we get parachute payments because, and if we've got new owners, who knows, they might have a bit more finances. So we might be able to cover all that and still strengthen and be a very good team in that league.
I don't think we'll pay all that wages, so I think when it goes, I think we'll come with some sort of a settlement with them.
But also, if we've got these relegation clauses, we'll probably bring in a good 100+ million from sales.
And let's be honest, the players who we're going to lose, would it really matter? I don't think so.
Would it be sad to see someone like Nonto go? Maybe Ruta, I don't know. I mean, Ruta's normal. What if we get relegated? I look at him, I think, would he be in the Championship with us?
No, he won't.
We only signed him 6 months ago. Love it.
It'd be like a fire sale at Company Leeds United, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, look, Russell, it's I'm thinking about your work tomorrow, mate.
Yeah. You can throw in Harmony's last comment. Thank you to the new people that come in. Like Richard Ballard was here before. And then we had the guy, Adam, who came in for the fantasy football. So it's nice to see a few more people dropping in and talking to us.
Should we talk fantasy football? Let me go on a bit about Leeds. Which is fine with me. Depress
ourselves in reality football.
The bizarre and annoying thing is some of the games we have lost by the odd goal. We have been superb and deserve better. A few that we have won, we shouldn't have. Things even out, sadly. Yeah, I agree with that amount.
How big does that start? I mean, I look at the start of the season. We got 8 points in the first 4 games. And I was buzzing off my old boobs. And I was like, oh my God, this is good. I mean, how much did we need those points? And then you look at the Southampton game, go, how annoying was it being 2-0 up at Southampton and letting that go? If we had those extra 2 points, we'd be on what? 31 right now?
Yeah.
It just shows you, doesn't it? All makes a difference. Everything.
Well, let's just hope Forest continue to go their way, same with Leicester and same with Everton.
Yeah. But we are relying on other teams.
Oh, yeah.
Accept it, people. We have to rely on others. It is. Yeah. I've never understood that argument of should look at other results. We should do it ourselves. Well, what if we can't do it ourselves? We have to look at other results. If you can get help from other people, why wouldn't you take it? Or why wouldn't you want it? It's weird. I would, and I take it.
That's it. That's the truth. Anyway, have you got else you want to add to it or so before we start wrapping up?
No.
Lee, what about you, mate?
No.
No? All right. Well, look, guys, thank you all for all your support in chat. Thank you for your questions. Thank you to new people who've come in and joined in with chat. Much appreciated. Keeps us all going. Keeps us on its toes. See you all on Friday if I don't see you before. I'll be on that from 5:20. Russell will be joining me a bit later on. Anyway, look, guys. Yep. So thank you very much for watching this edition of Disabled Team, guys. There's only one thing left to say. It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from me.
Take care, everybody. Good night.